And we are back to the Two Broke Gamers podcast.
It is Ricky.
And Steve.
Now, this topic is basically, are you really ready for esports?
I am.
I am too, but I'm talking about more the players who are actually participating in these games.
Oh, yeah. No, you have to go into these games with a very strong mindset.
Well, I was inspired by the fact that I saw, I'm a Smash fan, but I do love esports all around. And I do respect the fact of how these players are and what they can do in their respective game or respective games, depending on the player.
Yeah.
Now, this guy Armada, the real name Adam Lindgren, he is from Sweden. He had a rant online, which Mewtwo King retweeted, another Smash player, agreed with. His quote is basically, "What is the general idea of a crowd during tournaments? For the first time in a long while, I honestly had a very bad experience with the crowd during the tournament. Not to me personally, but that does not matter at all. People that actually went hard in to make a few people play worse by consistently trying to insult them, etc. Smash tournaments is not a fucking football stadium. Cheer your friend, etc. That's perfectly fine, but do not go in with the intention of trying to make other people play worse. Not sure what people that did it this weekend. What did I say that right? I'm not sure what people that did it this weekend, but that's how he says it. I don't know where. But I know that, that English, yeah. But I know that what I heard was too much. Honestly, extremely disappointed that it has to be an issue.
Well, being sports guys, you know that heckling is a thing. I've done my fair share of it, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, of course.
I've been at Mets games and a guy struck out with the bases loaded and I've just yelled at the top of my lungs like, "You suck!" Like, that's just the frustration of the fan. But at the same time, I'm also a fan. Like, I know the next time when that guy goes up and hits a home run, I'm like, "Yes, that was a nice home run."
Exactly.
Whereas there are people who go out of their way, like,
to be dicks.
To be assholes.
Yeah.
Like, at that now... If the Mets are facing, I'm a Mets fan. I'm sorry, guys.
Yes.
I have a terrible life. But if the Mets are facing the Braves, every time any Braves player gets up, I'm going to tell him he sucks. I'm going to do whatever I can to make the guy try to strike out or screw up in some kind of way.
Of course.
But in a way, these guys are professionals getting paid millions of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, who am I to them? Like, they don't care about me.
Yeah.
Whereas these Smash guys in tournaments, like, they're making, a couple $100 if they win, maybe a couple $1,000. Like, they're at the end of the day, like, at the same time, you could say the thing about athletes too, but they're just people. Like, they're people just like you who probably don't like the things you're saying to them.
But they can black it out and that, or at least like mute it out of their heads. They can silence that. Like, that's the thing that kills me the most. Not the fact that, any sports, like, no matter what, in what sport, you can heckle, like, even the example of baseball. I'm a Yankee fan, so another person that you're probably going to hate now, but all you fans out there. Now, the thing is, I usually love sitting in the right field with the bleacher creatures. Love them. Now, we love to heckle the right fielder and, sing songs and do this other stuff to them that's going to probably either get to their head or know we're having fun. Now, there's a player on the Angels. I think he's still on the Angels right now. Torrey Hunter.
He's on Detroit now.
Is he on Detroit?
Yes.
Okay, damn, how behind I have been baseball. I've been busy in life, man. But now, Torrey Hunter, he loves heckling. He will turn around and heckle right back at the fans, and the fans love it because they know they can play. Some guys may not be able to handle it, but and if they're not able to handle it, a lot of those guys end up just like blanking it out of their heads. They just don't hear it. They don't hear that. And that's the thing that the issue I have with, like, if you're going to be called esports, if you're going to be with the word sport in it, if you're going to be involved in that, no matter what level you are, whether you're on a professional level, whether you're in the minors, whether it's like local or like a beer league, whatever the case may be. It's you're gonna get heckled no matter what for sucking or not sucking, or something. If someone's gonna try to throw you off, like think of like the hey batter,
Yeah.
Teammates are gonna other teams are gonna try to make you like mess up in some way.
Yeah. Well, it's one thing to heckle someone in the stadium while they're playing. It's another thing to follow follow them home. Like not I would say follow them home, but like on Twitter. Twitter is where the monsters come out.
Oh yeah,
that's
something you really have to ignore.
That's like I feel bad for any kind of person in any kind of competitive scene that has to deal with Twitter. Like, there was a League of Legends player once who justified all of this by saying, "I don't care about the haters. For every one negative thing somebody says, I've got 600 who tell me I'm great." and it's the fans block out the haters. So I can't remember which league player it was, but it was one of those spotlight videos they do before during the LCS matches. But it was just like, he's right. You have that one asshole who's telling you suck, you should retire, you're the worst, quit your team, you're holding them back. But you've got all these other people telling you you're great, you're the reason they play the game. They look up to you, they're your fan. So that's, I don't know, I think that definitely drowns out the haters. That would make me feel great.
Now, going back to the other esports, like, the Smash is like really the only one that has the people right there. Like, you can be a person away from the person playing. You're like right there.
You're sitting right behind them.
Yeah. So as far as the other sports or esports is concerned, like, Call of Duty and like first person shooters, they're in booths. So they only can hear themselves. They're really not hearing any cheers or anything from outside. At least I'm assuming they're soundproof. But
most of them do, yeah. Like I know that StarCraft, they're inside of like a glass case where you're you're isolated. It's almost like I feel like you'd go insane being in there for too long. But
yeah,
no, but actually at the LCS during the League of Legends Championship Series and everything, they actually they put the computers right in front of the audience. So if a team if a team screws up a team fight and everyone's cheering, you're like, wow, they're cheering against us because they're cheering for them. Or there are certain teams like Team Solo Mid or TSM is there'll be teams that'll be like Complexity versus Curse. If it's a boring match, the crowd will just start chanting TSM. Like, they're not even playing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. If you hear that as Curse and Complexity, you're gonna be like, wow, this game is that boring to the fans that they're chanting for a team that's not even playing. It's like, as the fans, no, you should know better, but at the same time, I'm guilty of it myself, so I'm being a hypocrite.
Yeah, some people are blaming like this isolated incident alone on people drinking. But I mean, no matter what, like, you have to be able to deal with it or black it out. Like, you can't, like, you're going to have to deal with that no matter what. There's going to be fans of other players that are going to cheer against you, whether you like it or not, whether you think you're good or whether you're a nice guy or you're whoever. But someone will not like you.
Well, exactly. Not everyone in that stadium wants you to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you're the favorite, like, if it's Mango versus me. If I bring one friend, guess what? That one friend is rooting for me over Mango.
Mango, you suck.
Like, Mango, you're the worst.
Scrub.
And everybody look at that kid and like bring out knives and be like, I'll stab you.
Yeah, no, the Mango Nation will probably stab him, honestly.
No, but I just use him as an example because he's the best and I'm like the worst. But
yeah,
it's just not everyone's going to be rooting for you. Most people actually just root for action. They don't even care who wins.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. That's a lot of like fighting tournament fans. Like, they love to see just a good match. That's really the underlying theme of just esports. But esports really shouldn't be all about just that. But it's also really about the winners. Like, that's why you have names like Mango. That's why you have names like Daigo and Justin Wong and like PL Balrog and
Armada.
Yeah,
Mewtwo King. You have these good players.
Yeah, you have all those players.
No,
like,
those are Smash players.
No, but I'm also naming like
Double Lift and Voidboy and all that stuff. Like, you have people who are fan favorites, people who are really good. It's how it is. Like, you have to be stronger than that.
No, I don't know if it's the fact that it's their athletes, if it's on a field versus like, I don't know. I kind of feel like the esports maybe filled with nerds. Not maybe most of them, not maybe all of them. I don't know, but they could be the nerds that maybe couldn't handle that because they could have possibly got bullied or something like that. There could be an issue in that aspect too.
Maybe. I mean, I could definitely see that, them not being as strong mentally, because you're right. As an athlete, you grew up and most athletes are jocks, and they're like, well, I don't care what you say, I'm me. I'm better than you. Whereas I feel like you're right. The nerds, the quote unquote, 'cause I don't want to, I'm a nerd myself, I would say.
Yeah.
But I'm also an athlete as well. But it's just like, if you can't get used to heckling, like if you got bullied all throughout your school life and you figured out video games are my escape from being bullied, and guess what, you go play a video game in front of people and you get bullied.
Yeah,
I guess it can bring back some sour memories. I don't know. You just opened my eyes to a completely different view that I never thought about on this topic.
But not only that, look at other performers on stage. Look at comedians. Comedians could get heckled all the time.
Oh yeah, no, but what was the dude from Seinfeld?
Jerry Seinfeld.
No, not Jerry Seinfeld. Kramer, the one who played Kramer.
Yeah, Michael Richards. Yes.
Michael Richards. Yeah, he was getting heckled by that dude, and he straight out went racist on him.
Yeah,
and it was
exactly.
Like, hey, you can't do that.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
Yeah, you're a dick for being racist.
Yeah.
Like, it's one thing, like, all right, if a comedian goes back and just, makes jokes about a heckler, great. Don't be racist about it.
Yeah, I mean, you can handle a heckler in either one of two fashions: playing with them or telling them to shut up.
Exactly. Yeah, you shut up. I forgot there was a comedian I was listening to once. I know we're going way off topic about esports, but there was a comedian once who he's like, I love to mess with my hecklers, but one day this guy just wouldn't shut up, and I was like, hey, you, shut the fuck up. And it was like, he's like, that's the worst way I could have handled that situation.
Yeah.
But it's just,
But maybe you should do that in esports. Like, at some point, you're going to have to answer or something. If someone's bothering you that much and you can't black them out, you have to say something to them, like, shut up, or, or something, or, like, why don't you play? Like, where are you? Oh, are you playing right now? Oh, you're not. That's right. Did you get eliminated? You did. Okay. Because you have to think about it, too. A lot of the crowd in these fighting tournaments are players as well that most likely got eliminated. Yeah. So who are they?
I mean, also when we play down here, when we play Smash down here, people heckle me all the time because I'm one of the better players down here.
Oh, they heckle me too.
Right. They always want me, Ricky, and GK to lose because we're always the best. And, so I eventually I'm like, shut up, I'm trying to play. Or they'll get in my way. Actually, one time, I had a kid slap a controller out of my hand while I was playing, and I just got so angry. I was like, okay, it's one thing to talk in my ear and get in my face, but never, ever slap the controller out of my hand. That's where you cross the line.
Yeah, that's true. That is crossing the line.
I know exactly. You know who you are. If you're listening, you know who you are. You know that day you pissed me off.
I would love for him to be a fan of our show and subscribe.
He's actually told me he's listened to it.
Oh, that's awesome. What does he think? B-Sock?
No, he said we're okay.
No, that's pretty good. That's good.
I'm not going to shout you out. I will shout you out. Koofy, fuck you for slapping the controller out of my hand. You're an asshole.
Yeah, shouts to Koofy. I actually thought you were thinking Rob. I thought, no, Rob had limits, but he would mess with you.
No, Rob would mess with me. Rob will come in and turn the TV off and piss everyone off.
Yeah.
But Koofy, I knocked Koofy off the stage, and as he walked by, he slapped the controller out of my hand and actually caused me, because I was like, I was off the map and I was trying to get back on. He caused me to die that way. And I was like, I gave him the death stare. I was like, oh, are you for real?
Yeah.
Oh, I was so
But
pissed.
you know what, though? Heckling, even down here, we could even bring it, like, locally, because we've done it. Like, we've had people trying to mess with us, like, trying to pick at our hairs or, like, trying to touch our ears or something like that.
I've had people, like, pulling my hair and touching my ears and just like, what are you doing? Get off me. But that's different, though. I feel like that's different because we know each other. That's messing with your friend as they're playing.
True.
Being heckled by, I feel like if you brought someone down who I didn't know and you and I are playing and this person's like, hey, Steve, you suck. Like, you suck. I hope you lose to Ricky. I'd be like, who the fuck are you? Shut up.
Yeah.
Like, I get mad at somebody if I don't know them. But I feel like because it's my friend, it's different.
That's true. So I guess the overall thing is, I guess we kind of understand what they are, but kind of, black it out, dude. Just ignore it. Or at least do what other esports do and just put yourself in a glass.
Yeah. And by the way, I want to apologize for all the cursing we're doing this, but it just, when it comes to heckling, there are some cursing and stuff. So
yeah, we have talked about it in a few shows. Maybe we should remind people we were going to curse once in a while. It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to happen, and we try not to. But sometimes a situation like this conversation, you have an instance where curses were said, so you repeat them.
Yes, exactly.
We could have done a better job editing ourselves, but because we're trying to keep this at a
PG-13-ish rating, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go out and just curse my way around because that's also a little unprofessional. But it is what it is. Certain things happen. We are adults. Hopefully, you are adults. You can also be teenagers. It's like you've never heard a curse before. If you're 8, right? I apologize, but hopefully you're not 8. But yeah. So it's just sometimes curses slip. And, I'm used to talking on the radio since we are at a radio station. Yeah, and I'm very good on air. I never curse on air. But when it comes to a situation like this, it happens.
Oh, no. Well, this is a podcast, too. I mean, if you guys have been listening to the show, I know we're going off topic, but we're ending this discussion because that was basically it. We are going to ask you for your feedback and such, too. But radio is much different. And you could tell that we were, like, clean radio guys for the first couple of shows. Maybe a curse or two slip. But then after a while, it's kind of like, screw it.
Yeah, it's just... I hope you're mature enough to handle our cursing and our attitude, because I'm a very fiery, feisty person. Mm-hmm. Like, if you get me going, I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna wait for you. I'm gonna go.
So let us know what you thought. You can find us on Twitter. If you don't want to comment on YouTube, that's perfectly fine. We would encourage that, though. But even if you don't want to, we're on Twitter, 2 Broke Gamers Pod. You could find
us... the number 2.
Yeah, the number 2, 2 Broke Gamers Pod. Our personal Twitter accounts are actually on there as well. Besides that, we haven't got our Facebook started up yet.
Because I don't know, every time I'm getting ready to do it, I just find something else to do because I'm busy. I'm actually a surprisingly busy person for not really being that busy. I don't know. It's just like whenever people are like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm really busy. But I'm like, what am I doing that's making me so busy? I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're doing stuff, man. Living life.
Getting stuff done, sort of.
Yeah, that's the same thing I'm doing, man. That's why I haven't had enough time because we still gotta, at some point in the future, we do want to have video. We are looking into video options for now, so video should be appearing shortly. Hopefully. Besides that, live stream would be the goal too. We don't know how or when that's gonna happen, but that should happen soon.
We're working on it.
Yeah,
we're working on a lot of things.
It's a work in progress, just like our image says.
This is only like episode 6 or something.
Yeah.
So no one's fully ready by episode 6. Let's be real.
Yeah, and I mean, plus it's an experiment, and it's so far been getting some feedback.
I've been enjoying it at least. I don't care. Fuck you guys. I do this for us. And I do it for you too. I do it for you guys because I want someone to value my opinion, maybe. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I'm also doing this for me.
Yeah,
this is fun to do.
Oh yeah, but it looks good on the resume. But also the fact that this is a fun experiment and it's been working and it's been cool, man. Hell yeah, and especially we got to shout out to Harold because Harold's the one that does our YouTube uploads. We also got to look into other options of expanding our podcast. So we're also going to probably end up on iTunes, hopefully one day.
Yeah, we're working on it.
And probably also some other podcasting sites too, because I think YouTube is limited. There are also other sites as well.
Yes.
So don't forget to leave us our feedback and tune in next week where we're going to have another fun-filled and fun-packed show.
Yeah.
Nice. I will see you all next week. Take care, have fun, enjoy your World Cup, enjoy your weekend, enjoy Evo 2014.
Yes. Enjoy, guys.